It's Pokemon Go Fest 2025 that I'm dubbing Pokemon Rain Fest. It rained a lot where I was. Be sure to like the video, subscribing is great as well. So we're going to do our yearly review of Pokemon Go Fest. This is something I do every single year. So again, you know, commenting and like the video and everything looks great for when I want to hopefully get more opportunities to take a look at the magic of Pokemon stuff in the future. So I'll start by sharing my friend code in case you want to add me as a friend. I think I'll probably put it as a pinned comment in the video description too. Always looking for more pals, gotta get that XP going, you know what I'm talking about? So yeah, there you go, that's the QR code on the screen there. Alright, so we got Pokemon Go Fest 2025. So it's a 2-day event, this is the end of day 1. There's a rotating selection of different modes and different things going on. My shiny count this year was basically what it normally is, so nothing too impressive, although a little bit disappointing perhaps for me. But yeah, just basically about the usual. I found the kind of quests, the challenges, a little bit more time consuming this year. I actually didn't finish all of them, and which I thought was a little bit wild, and they were a little bit more grindier than usual, if that makes sense, but I think it provided more of a fuller day. It was just like a little awkward to really get a grasp for this year's Pokemon Go Fest because, like I said, it literally... Oh, there's like a nice little snow thing. It literally like poured. Like I went downtown to go do it like I normally do, and it just like absolutely just like... It was nice for like half an hour, 45 minutes, maybe about an hour, and then it just started just pouring, and I was like hiding under a tree trying to play the game and stuff, and it just... Yeah, it wasn't working, which was a bit of a disappointment, so I had to drive all the way to a mall far away. But also I noticed a lot less people playing this year, which was a little disappointing. I mean, maybe they thought it was going to rain, so they didn't come out. Like at the mall, there was quite a few people, but less than Joy 2 a few years ago when I did that event there. And then, yeah, just outside in general, usually the place is pretty packed. I've noticed that year on year, it does seem like the player numbers that go out for Go Fest kind of dwindle. But anyways, it was okay. It was about normal. You know, normally I'd kind of complain and I'd be like, oh, it gets worse every year, but this year was, I think, better than the last few years, and it was about the same as it normally is as far as shinies and stuff, which, you know, not great for me. But I got great Battle Pass progression. I can't believe Pokemon Go has a Battle Pass, but I basically, like, finished this today. I don't have the upgraded pass, but, you know, I got what I got. So, Go Pass, basically it increases shiny rates if you're not familiar with it. It adds a couple special activities that you can do. Usually there's this thematic thing. This year it's kind of Sword and Shield. And then from there, basically, yeah, we've got rotating hours. So every hour during the event, which is like 10 to 6, I think, each day, depending like whatever region you're in for Saturday and Sunday, we've got different rotating things. So there was the Galvanic Dojo Collection Challenge, which was a bunch of fighting type Pokemon. There was the Phase Swamp Collection Challenge, which was a bunch of fairy Pokemon. The Moonless Volcano Collection Challenge, which was more volcanic type Pokemon. And then finally the Hypnotic Tundra Collection, which is basically snow Pokemon. And each day has a specific raid type character. And today it was not Zacian, Zacian, which was the one I chose for the hero's journey, because you choose either the Sword or the Shield, and then you have to go and howdy there. You have to go and you have to go do the specific raids to unlock that. So let's take a look at the shinies I got today, although a little disappointing. So my first shiny today was Zamazenta, which is pretty cool. Like, I mean, I think Zamazenta is a pretty awesome one. So that was today's, I think, Shield Pokemon. I chose the Sword because I could have probably got the Hero's Challenge journey all done in one day. But, yeah, I guess since we're at my new place or whatever, we could, like, pop him out on the camera and you can see my mess of cords and everything like that. You can actually see him in person. Nope, is not enough space? Probably not going to be enough space, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Let's see, I'll put my leg back a bit. He's too big. He's too big, guys. I thought maybe we could put him in this other corner. He's too large. I wanted to show it off because I was like, oh, it'd be cool. Let's see. Can we put him in that corner? Will you fit in there? Nah, he's not gonna fit in there, is he? No, I thought I could fit him in there. He's too big. He's literally too big. See, that's what I got. I'm like, hi! Yeah, I've got it like mirrored on things, but I think he's too large. I wanted to show him off to you guys, but no, I can't, I guess. Anyways, let's go back to the shinies. So, I also got Poplio shiny, which was pretty cool. Pokemon Go? What do you mean, Pokemon Go? They implement the different games and the different seasons get implemented into Pokemon Go very slowly. They kind of trickle them out. And then I got a Shieldon, which was my first shiny one of these, but they're not too rare of shinies. A lot of people get them. Then I got one of the shiny Pikachus, the red hatted edition, because there's a red or blue hat for Pikachu. I got that shiny, and then I got a Bergmite shiny, which I didn't have before, which looks really, really cool. But yeah, only 5 shinies, a little bit disappointing. Actually, the day before the event, literally, well, yesterday I got a shiny whale, but I have like 6 of these. These are the least interesting shinies I can get is the whale, because I have like so many of them. But this is my shiny collection. I guess I have 169 shinies. That's not bad. Not bad at all, but I know a lot of people have a lot more. And the person I was playing with got 7 shinies, so I always get shafted for shinies. It makes me a bit sad, but I always get shafted for them. Let's look at the other event Pokemon. So for raids, you were able to get the Phalanx that is like a locomotive Phalanx, which is kind of cool. We only saw like 2 raids that were like this, that had this guy. And yeah, that was a bit of an issue. And then, like I said, there's Pikachu with the blue hat, and then there's Pikachu with the red hat, and those are kind of special ones. And then the regular raid was just Zamenta. I was hoping that there'd be more like legacy legendary raid Pokemon today, because the person I play with doesn't have any like the older legendary ones, but there's just these ones. And then tomorrow will be the sword one, which I need to finish that other challenge. And then what else did I get today that was weird? I got a Registeel, but that was part of the battle pass. And a bunch of unknowns. Keep in mind I grinded a lot of these. Skidoos were everywhere. I got to evolve that. Yeah, it was like okay for different types, but it was a pretty normal like Pokemon collection of stuff. Honestly, I was just sort of like, yeah, you know, so on that stuff. Yep, we're doing Pokemon Go chatter for now. But yeah, that was kind of it as far as like special Pokemon. I was hoping for something a little bit more, if that makes sense. Like 5 was about usual, which is a little disappointing. But you know, you kind of get what you get, right, when you go and play the game. I do not have a shiny at that. No, I have such limited, funny like amounts of shiny stuff. It seemed like the beginning of the day there was shinies, and then like that was kind of it. It didn't seem like there was many shinies later on, even during the event going on, which is a bit disappointing. So that was about it. I did get a lot of friends though from posting on the channel and stuff. I did pick up some more friends, and I picked up some more friends while I was raiding too. So I've actually got quite a selection of pals going on here, which is kind of cool. So yeah, like I said, I finished all the collection challenges, which is good. The Battle Pass is good. It's just, yeah, 5 out of 6. I'll finish this tomorrow. That's what I was saying, is like a lot of the challenges were pretty grindy. You know, like catch 30 unique Pokemon. And this one kind of confused me because I didn't understand what it wanted, but I was like, oh, we're supposed to teach timed attacks. So, yeah, I'll finish this one and this one tomorrow. It'll be a short. It's like Sunday is usually a short day. Sometimes I don't even go out for Go Fest on Sundays. Well, I think I usually do every year, but usually I do a less aggressive one. But I think we'll do it'll be more of a walk day with kind of like a little bit of Pokemon going. Because yeah, this one will be done right away. You know, we just gotta do it raid, get the sword Pokemon type. And then this will be basically finished, and then this one, yeah, 10 hearts with your buddy, 3 eggs, and evolve 6, like, that's no effort at all. So Pokemon Go Fest would be pretty easy to finish. I wish they had more, like, smaller rotating events, or a little less grindy ones that had more options, but we're still chasing the heights of the music Go Fest where they had like a rock and roll Pikachu, or was it more like metal Pikachu? He was like rock and metal kind of Pikachu. We're still kind of chasing the highs of those Pokemon Go Fest, but I would say I felt a lot better about this one than I did in previous years, but I still wasn't like... Yeah, I still wasn't really blown away by it, if that makes sense. Like, it was okay as an event, but I don't know. Like, I think I got my time out of it, and I feel like I spent more time, but it was really genuinely hard to get a judgment of like how the event was, because it's funny because like either it's way too hot during Go Fest where I'm sweltering, or it's raining, like pouring, and this year was a pouring time, but it felt like it wasn't gonna pour, and then it did pour, and then I was just like kind of dying, I guess you would say, as far as like, yeah, having to drive somewhere far away, so I lost time, and I think I did about the usual amount of time, but I'm a lot more tired because I had to take a trip to, you know, drive somewhere else after driving pretty far after. You know, because you drive to connect with someone, and then we drive to one place, and then we gotta drive to another place, and yeah, it's just the weather was not, that's why I called it Pokemon Go Rain Fest, because, yeah, it was just like, absolutely just drenched, like, I think I posted photos on the channel or whatever, but yeah, it was pretty funny. Like, I don't know if it has past photos on this stuff. Anyways, yeah, and then incense was like an hour. They didn't extend our inventory this year, which I thought was odd. But I don't think they did that last year. Usually they extend your Pokemon capture storage temporarily. And usually or at least they usually do your item bag storage increase, but they didn't temporarily upgrade that. And they usually give you balls and stuff, which they didn't this year. But yeah, my inventory is kind of jam-packed with useless things, and then I got all these people I gotta give, like, friend stuff to, which is a bit of a pain, but yeah, that's kind of... You love the thumbnail? Yeah, where I'm getting poured on. I guess that literally... Well, I thought I would try a different thumbnail this year to see if that would capture people more. But yeah, I don't know, probably not. It's just, like, it's just kind of funny, though, because it's, like... Yeah, I don't know, I was expecting... I wanted more out of it, but I got a good amount of value, if that makes sense. Like, you know, I had some fun, I captured some things, I explored some places, I got some shinies. I don't know. It really depends on what you expect out of the event, and I think that's kind of a big part of it, is just kind of like what you're hoping for. But yeah, my usual seems to be about 5 shinies or so an event every year. Is like a maximum cap for me, it seems like. So I think I even said on my stream the other night, I was like, oh, I'm gonna add up to like 5 shinies because that's just what I get. Other people get so much more, and I'm just always so disappointed about it. But yeah, I guess it wasn't too bad. I had, you know, I got some fun. I'm tired. I had a neat experience. I tried to catch them all, but I was like literally so busy, I guess you would say, doing like the event challenges and raiding. I did a lot of raiding this year. This is probably the most raiding I think I've ever done. Like, I caught, how much is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 3. It was like 21 raid or 20 raids. So like I did about 20 raids. I caught the shiny one on my 3rd. Because I didn't lose any of these guys. They were very easy to catch, which again was disappointing because there wasn't any raid diversity, no raid diversity at all. But during this past week there was, but there's no one raiding outside of like Pokemon Go Fest where you actually go and meet people. Like, other than that, it's like impossible to get a raid together. Especially when they made raiding harder, so you actually have to have a group to raid, which makes it a little bit disappointing in modern times, but yeah. So I spent most of my time just like literally doing raids today, which was a bit of a bummer because I like to focus more on trying to get shinies. But yeah, it was just like raid, and the challenges kind of leaned into raid, and yeah, it was the most raiding I think I've done, basically. It was like a raid Shadow Legends situation, but yeah, I think I'll finish this off pretty easily tomorrow. I'm not too worried, like I just gotta, because you pick Sword or Shield for the Hero's Journey. The challenges weren't too bad. I wish I would have known about it earlier, and then I could have went through it quicker. But yeah, as soon as I get Zacian tomorrow from a raid, which I should probably get right off the bat, you know, I'll finish this off, no problem. And then this one too is pretty easy to do. It just takes a little bit of walking, and then Go Fest will be finished. Wasn't too bad. I'd say it's a pretty solid Go Fest, honestly. Like, yeah. No, this is what you get for events too, and it's like I'm ticketed as well. Like they give me the ticket each year, so I can take a look at it and talk about it and promote it a bit, which I love. It's always a pleasure. I saw nobody doing the Battle Max raids or whatever those are called. I hate those, the Dynamax raids. I have no interest in that. I saw nobody doing them. So I gotta look for like a quick one to do tomorrow to finish it off, but yeah, people do not seem to care about the Dynamax stuff in the slightest. It's too much work. I close that, but yeah, that was kind of funny. No coins earned today. Wow, what a bummer that is, eh? But, you know, kind of, like I said, there's some new Pokemon, there's new shinies to gather, there's new things to interact with, there's new events to do. It was okay. So there you go, that's Pokemon Go Fest 2025. I don't have much else to say. I'd say this year was better, I think, than the last couple of years as far as what we were doing with tasks. A little grindier, but, you know, so. But I would love to get back to the days of like when it was rock and roll Pokemon, and you know, it was a little cooler back then, if that makes sense. It was a little bit more fun and a little bit more engaging, but I don't know. I think it was a pretty decent time. I think I got my value out of it. Had I, like, you know, gotten the tickets and everything like that normally, I think I would have had a fine time with it. And I'll probably see you guys for Pokemon Go Fest 2026. Wow, the years fly by. I think I've done this for like 5 years in a row or something like that, so it's always a pleasure to do that. Again, liking the video is really fantastic and appreciated, and, you know, leaving comments and stuff just so that metrics-wise everything looks good, because I love to keep getting invited to do this every year, and it's just something fun that I do throughout the year, if you didn't know that. And yeah, let's go Fest.